Hello, and welcome to another episode of Broadcast Gaming Talk. One of my favorite action RPG games other than Skyrim is one called Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, and it's really one of the only other fantasy RPG games that I have played and enjoyed, and that's saying a lot because the only other fantasy RPG game that I've played and enjoyed is Skyrim. Now you can take that however you want. I've played some I didn't like, so I've not really wanted to explore the genre more. Don't ask me if I've played this or that title or say things like, oh my gosh, you didn't like this game, you're not human. Don't do that. I don't want to hear it, and it's annoying. I like and enjoy Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, and I'm actually replaying it because it's that good, and it's been a while since I've played anything or had anything new to play. So there's actually been some news that was stirred up that's dated September of 2018. That the company THQ Nordic has purchased the intellectual property rights to Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. This is a good thing for a few reasons. This could mean that we might get a sequel, which I think is on the lesser side of possibility because it's a game that came out in 2012, and getting a sequel 7 years later would be a little bit odd. It's not impossible, but it's less likely. Plus, most RPGs don't really get sequels. I mean, if they did, we'd already have Skyrim too. I think what is more likely to happen is that THQ Nordic wants to either remaster or port Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. I think the first option would be great. Just a nice HD remaster and make it so when they release it that people who already own the game in a digital format are given the game for free, like, BioShock did that. That's if they do the simple HD remaster and not fix anything, but what I'd really like them to do is fix stuff. Most of the fixing is in the Teeth of Naros DLC because there's a glitch in that DLC that makes it you can't complete the DLC, so they definitely need to fix that one. And whatever other issues are in the game, that's the only one I can remember off the top of my head from my first playthrough. I also hope that if they did remaster it, they release one version that includes all the DLC with the game. So what's stopping THQ Nordic from making and releasing a remaster? 2 letters. EA. Yeah, Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning is made by 2 studios, 38 studios, not as in 38 individual ones, but that's the name of the studio, 38 studios, and Big Huge Games, and is published by everyone's favorite company, fucking EA. So that's why they can't do anything with Kingdoms of Amalur right now. That it's because they either have to buy the publishing rights from EA, which, come on, it's EA, or EA has to give THQ Nordic permission to do what they want to do with Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. THQ said that they have the intellectual property rights. They are aware of questions as if it's going to be a full remaster or ported to current gen systems, but they chose not to say anything on that right now. I think that's the right thing to do at this time. They actually like to think things through before they put out statements that confirm anything, and again, that's very smart of them. I mean, what if right when they got the rights to Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, they just went out and said, hey, guess what, we're going to be remastering the game, and then people get excited, and then they don't settle things up with EA and have to cancel the game and everyone is sad. I know I wouldn't want that to happen, so good on you, THQ Nordic. I think it'll be a remaster because you can't just port the game with the DLC. You can't do it with the DLC without fixing the issues with the Teeth of Naros stuff, so people can actually complete that. And that's all I have to say, so if you want to add to the conversation, leave a comment below. As always, thanks for listening, and goodbye.